Then the portion that we have, the major portion that comes to us, is all about auto layouts. And auto layouts for us are the method for organizing any frame, specifically for organizing its inner elements within that frame. That is what auto layout is, and this is mainly Figma's strength as well. When we create anything it's not just for a single instance on the CT10, but so that in the future, if the frame's height and width are adjusted, then the nested elements, all the alignments and all the content we have should align and organize themselves. So let's take a look at that. First, we'll see that we have this one frame, and there's an outer frame and an inner frame, and we also have a text. In the text, we'll write ABC. So I'll just increase this a little. Okay, let's keep it at 96 for now. So there's an outer frame, and that outer frame is the parent frame of this text. The text has been dropped inside it, and for now, let's just randomly set its alignment like this. And now we want to apply auto layout to it, and we want the auto layout to be applied. In our auto layout, we have two options available. We can either arrange it vertically or horizontally. What is the main purpose of arranging it vertically? I'm going to duplicate this now. And on that, we will write XYZ and its position. I will make a little random again. For now, if we observe that the auto layout for this particular frame is not enabled and it's currently in a freeform state, to enable auto layout, we will either click on this specific icon, or we can directly click on these options, choosing either vertically or horizontally, and then auto layout will be enabled for us. So at this moment, we want this particular text to remain at the top, and we want this other text to move to the bottom. So for that, we'll say we'll apply the vertical auto layout and its alignment flow. So when I click on this, one thing happened. It aligned one of them such that the ABC text we had at the top is now at the top, and the XYZ text that was at the bottom is now at the bottom. And secondly, it has changed its own shape. The intention behind changing its shape means that it has adjusted both its width and also its height. And this particular change has occurred because if we observe in the drop down menu, we have a fixed size option, a fixed width, and within that fixed size, here is our fixed height setting. So it's formats this in this manner. It is currently actually in a fixed state. However, when we apply auto layout, its height and width automatically transition into what are called hug states. What hug states essentially means is that it will remove any available free space, and then it will automatically attach itself to all of its inner content. And for now, if we observe auto height is applied here, it's already applied, and we want that its text's inner part, as I explained last time, should fill out the empty space. I will apply auto width, and from here the text's property has been removed. This text still has it remaining, so we will click on this as well. Then no, we would want this particular space where this empty area is located to align perfectly with our text. So we will set the width property to a hug state, and in this manner our empty space will be completely removed. Similarly, for the height, our empty space will also be removed. Then I'm going to expand this one more time. We'll be taking out the unfixed states. When I expand this, our unfixed states will automatically be converted into fixed states. Next over here, you have the alignment options here. Currently, if you observe, the alignment is set to the top left, and then this one is positioned towards the middle top, and this one is towards the right top. Similarly, this option places it in the center. You can also place it at the bottom, or in the center bottom, or even at the left bottom. For now, I'll keep it in the center and proceed to explain the next feature. For now, so if we hover over this, what is this 12 that's appearing? And this 12 is our gap. What is the gap between these two? And we can adjust that gap from here. We can adjust the padding that we have. From here, I will navigate to the border section and observe that we currently have a padding value of 16, and this particular padding value can be easily adjusted, either increased or decreased. So what we want to achieve with our padding, for instance, is to have the width set to a hug state. However, instead of that, I will simply set this value to 0 for now. When I set its width to hug content right now, it gets completely squeezed, compressed. Its borders become very tight, closing in right with the text. So I would prefer that instead of this, there should be a little bit of padding on the left and right, a bit of spacing. For that, at a quadrant, I'll just apply a little bit of padding, and even after I applied the padding, it's still in a hug state. One important thing to note here is, and secondly, the padding has indeed been applied, and because of this padding, we now have some space on both the left and right sides. Similarly, we can add padding for the top and bottom, and in this way we can control the gap padding as well as the padding for the left and right sides, and also the padding for the top and bottom. So this is our entire major portion related to this, specifically concerning auto layout and how we organize various elements within it. But further, we will also be looking at this in the component section, observing how elements are organized. Even within the style guide option in that particular portion, we will be examining how we arrange things using auto layout.